Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and this this one proved to be a bit of a challenge. This one was 79755, and I doubled it, and I left it up to my YouTube members to choose which of the two patterns to do, and they kind of agreed with me that this would be the one that would be fun. So I have, and it's hard to see. There are two blues on either side, and then there's a variegated that is blues and purple and I don't know, galaxy stuff, man. It's really cool. Um the funny thing is because the variegated does have blue in it, it kind of disappears at points and then becomes really strong at other sorry, not everybody knows that word. Variegated is the kind of string where it changes from one color gradually into something else. That's variegated. Um, if you want to sound smart, use the right words because um, I notice in a lot of the forums and a lot of stuff, people just call it color shifting. That's weird. Honestly, that's weird. Just learn what the word is and go with it, please. It'll work out a lot better for everybody. So here's where it starts to come out. That first getting it started just seemed like so painful. But once we got in a few rows, it started to kind of work out. There was in no way an easy sort of segregated knotting to do one chunk at a time kind of thing. Um, it was me really just trying to make sure I stuck with the pattern. And again, this has a lot of zigzags in it. This is straight up not a very easy bracelet to contend with. So although it looks cutesy and whatever, if you're really new to making bracelets, I'm sorry, I just don't recommend this one. Um, this one has a real potential of being off a lot. Mind you, if you're experienced, it comes out really, really cool. And because there's like basically like these big segment areas, like it's the middle things and then this thing, then the middle thing, it felt quick, although it really kind of wasn't. It was just about an hour and 15 minutes. Um, Obviously, I can do faster when it's only 12 strands, but not with this one. This is, again, there is no segmenting. Segmenting equals going faster. So, yeah. Um, but, I mean, maybe I could have. Honestly, maybe there would have been ways. I think if I had done it differently, I wouldn't have been able to keep the tension so spot on and get it so nice and straight and even. Honestly, a lot of how I did it was about making it turn out nice and making my work something that I'd be proud to show off to anybody. Um, yeah, I told you about the variegated floss. The color is a little close. It's not, you can't see it on the screen as predominantly as you can see it in person. Um, which is a bit unfortunate considering that, I made it for the YouTube channel and yeah, but it is really pretty. It really did turn out. That is not a white, that is a very light blue to go with it. So yeah, that was kind of my theme was dabbling in blues and I guess you can kind of make out like some of it, the darker areas that it does. Um, and there was the possibility, the way that the dart comes in, I could have actually brought it to where it kept bouncing back and forth and filled in that little dotted line down the middles. But I was trying to stick to how it doubled from the pattern, and I was like, yeah, you know what? it'll be different. It'll be something, unusual. And I kind of wanted to stick to that. Although I have to admit, doing it the other way is kind of compelling. And I'd be curious as to how that might turn out. So maybe perhaps if somebody really like encouraged me, maybe we could do that. Um, what else can I tell you? Oh, did not have trouble with the tassel ends of this. Despite the fact that like the blues get used a whole lot or whatever. Again, I cut my string into thirds, so it's 1/3 of the 8 meters of the floss. So that worked out really good for me. Nothing was too short at the end of the day. What else? Arguably there wasn't a whole lot of anything else that was like really mind blowing about this. Um, just the slow, steady way of like, it's almost like I was working it like as a chevron coming in. And again, my biggest concern was with all of these zigzag knots, it's real easy to get your tensions weird. And then it starts just to become shaped and going off in weird directions and things that are just basically not nice. So there was a lot of concentrating on that. There was also a lot of concentrating on trying to make sure that I got the spacing, like the how many rows there are with this. That was kind of a challenge as well. So yeah, I think we're about the middle here. Let me just once again thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members for making all of this stuff possible. Um, Once again, I mean, I put it up the vote for them to choose which of the two patterns, and got this. So if you guys want to have input or need help with things or whatever it might be, become a member, become a Patreon person, whatever it is, to help the channel along and get priority help. Yes, I do try to, for the most part, help everybody. Um, but obviously I prioritize those guys first because they're trying to keep the channel going. So there you go. Plus they get to watch like me behind the scenes actually working on this stuff, even this video, right? They can watch. And yeah, I turn off the chat during this though, because obviously that would be a problem, or at least I'm supposed to have turned it off. Did I? Nope. I've turned it off now. I forgot I left it on. Anyway, yeah, I enjoy what I do. Honestly, I enjoy what I do, and having people show their support definitely helps keep me on track for doing more. So, yeah, I definitely do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. We don't know how much more video we got. Yeah, there's ways. So yeah, I was while making this watching some of the new episodes of Doctor Who, which was a lot of fun. Definitely wowed by some of the it's not like all of the topics seem to be metaphor for other things that are going on in society, and the way that it's all depicted makes it like, ooh, that's calling out groups of people who, think that they're better than others, and things that are actually happening out there in the world. It was really kind of blew my mind. I going into it was not exactly prepared for how deep these shows were going to be. It's some seriously good stuff. So yeah, that was fun. Um, and I don't think that's what slowed me down. I think it was just all these zigzags. Because look, you get to come in for 3, but then the last one kind of bounces, and then the next one bounces, and then the next one bounces. It's really hard, especially if you want to, like I said, keep it in a nice straight row. These are the way more difficult ones. So it is what it is. If you go into to make it, just you have been forewarned. It's not very easy, but it is. I do like it. I do think there is something. It kind of makes me think of like some kind of markings you would see in a hallway of like some kind of Star Trek kind of thing or sci-fi kind of thing. It's very mechanical looking, you know, and repetitive and stuff. So yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, my brain is not functioning well today, guys. I don't know. It's like the meds are like, nah. Today we are not working for the good. Not exactly working for the evil, but they're not working for the betterment of me. Um, some days they're better, some than others. I don't know. What else can I tell you? I've got nothing. I am absolutely just blah. And we still have like 3 minutes left. Oh, if you make this, um, share your images with me over on Discord. That would be really, really cool. There's a lot of stuff over there. We've got people sharing their new pets. So there's that going on. There's people showing off their tattoos, their works in progress, their finished bracelets, all kinds of stuff going on. It's fun. It's a nice way of encouraging others, you know, or just sharing what you have going on. So it's kind of fun. Um, yeah, that would be kind of cool. Trying to think anything else spectacular? No. Nothing nothing crazy, nothing. Oh, did you see that? I took the bracelet and I kind of wiggled and whatever. Sometimes if you see it starting to lean to one side for whatever reason, just maybe the tension you're pulling, you can kind of straighten up your work as you're going along. If you just leave it, it will just get more pronounced as it continues further down. So it's best that if you see it starting to, you know, lean to the right, give it a crank, move it over to the left until it's straight again, and then continue. That will help you to have a nice straight shaped bracelet. It's yeah, that's the thing. So I think we're getting towards the end. This is where it closes in and then it starts to go the other way. Yeah. We made it. We made it through the video. My brain didn't melt. Well, yet. Um yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out. Oh, you can see the purple get really dark right through there and then suddenly turn later. That's a kind of a neat one. Yeah. So the bracelet is really pretty unique and pretty fun. And maybe in the reveal you'll be able to see more of it because yeah, this was I really think that the colors I pulled for this really really worked out well. Yeah, of course I could have done a bit different, but I do think this particular one looks really great, if only in person, you know. So yeah, we are almost to the end. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm sorry if I'm out of it. It's I got lots of sleep. I'm on my meds. I'm doing all the things right, and for some odd reason, my brain is still just not having it. So I do apologize. Yep, here comes the end. All right, guys. Thanks once again, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.